Guys, Lane Jones, Rock Solid Fitness. We're going to talk about fat burning today and where should your heart rate be when you're exercising. Because with the advent of Apple Watches and so forth that tell us where our heart rate is during exercise, sometimes we could have our heart rate extremely high, associating the higher heart rate with I'm burning more fat. But is that really true? Because you actually have a prime fat burning zone when you're doing cardio, and it's not as high as what you might think. So your maximum amount of heart rate that you should have in a minute, okay? We're gonna figure out what that is. Now, to be generally healthy, you want your exercising to be where you're at 50 to 60% of that maximum number. For burning fat though, you want to be in the 60 to 70% of your maximum heart rate range. So that's your magic, is your 60 to 70%, okay? Now, when you pass the 70% mark, you begin to burn more carbs, still with some fat. And then when you get to that high intensity training where you're going like 80 to 90 to 100% of your heart rate, your maximum beat, that is when we are burning primarily carbs, okay? Now, that's a good thing because it trains your body to use carbs as an energy. But for primary fat burning, we want to be in that 60 to 70% range. So what's your maximum heart rate? Well, the formula is pretty simple. You take the number 220, something special about that number, and you subtract your age. So let's just say that you were 30 years old. Then you would do 220 minus 30 years old, because that's what I am. And that would give you 190. So that 190 is your maximum, that's your maximum heart rate, okay, for a 30-year-old. All right, so now our exercise zone for fat burning is going to be 60 to 70% of that. So we have to do some math. We take that 190 and we multiply it times 0.6. Okay, that's going to give me the 60% range, and that comes out to be 114 beats per minute. Okay, so that's going to be the lower end. Now we also do that 190 times 0.7. That's 70%, and that's going to be 133 beats per minute. So to be in where you're burning most of your calories from fat, we want to be between 114 and 133 beats per minute if you were 30 years old, okay? So if your Apple Watch, you keep an eye on, that you're in between there. Now, how long do we want to do that? Well, you don't kick into that fat burning when you start exercising for about 20 minutes. So once we pass the 20-minute mark, we are burning fat. We want to maintain that somewhere, between 20 to 40 to 45 minutes, okay? So this is your steady state cardio range, but 20 to 45 minutes. Now, that 20, you're just getting into the fat burning range, so we really want to get that up to like 30 to 45 minutes, okay? 60 to 70% of your intensity, of your heart rate, okay? So, hope that helps. Give it a try. Mix in your high intensity interval training also, which burns a whole lot of calories in a very short amount of time, okay? But most of those calories are going to come from carbs and muscle glycogen and so forth. So give this a try. Reach out to us if you need some help, and we will be happy to help. Lane Jones, Rock Solid Fitness.